Welcome everyone to episode 2 of Tribulation. Just imagine that March of the Gladiators is playing in the background as I give this exposition. In front of our dread denizens lies their arch nemesis, Whimsy. You see the first stars of night twinkle above the apricot sunset. Giant dragonflies whir overhead, trailing streamers, and a low mist curls over the ground. Through a floral archway you glimpse wondrous and vibrant creatures, elf stilt-walkers, dancing fairies, and painted performers. Everywhere there is laughter, pixie dust, bubbles, and the wistful tune of a whistling calliope. You see before you a shriveled ancient goblin wearing a small brass tag affixed to his bright blue robes that reads Odalwin. He carries an ear horn and wears thick spectacles. He is eyeing you with a quizzical expression. What would you like to do? The goblin presses the ear horn to his ear and goes, "What?" The goblin shudders backwards and goes, "Well, there's no need to be so loud." All right. The goblin adjusts his spectacles and lays down the ear horn and goes, "Do you have tickets?" "Wait first, your name." He takes out a small binder that says roll call and it says, "How am I supposed to check your name on the will call unless you give me your name?" "Let me see here." "No, no, already got his ticket. What's your real name?" "Ah, Thudofred." Let me see. All right, let's give us an acrobatics check in opposition here to see if you managed to do it before she says it. Jesus of the Nazarene. All right, let's see how good. Let's see how good Marinum does. Hey, you know what? Advantage Marinum. Advantage of Marinum. Because I am. No, no, no. You have advantage. Marinum has advantage on the dex check. To not have your mouth covered. Oh, all right. Here, 1 minute. Did I actually give this guy a fucking stat block? Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Wow, he heard it. give me an give me an insight check. Anyone, anyone that is interacting with this goblin. Jesus. there's a shtick to this encounter that I'm kind of shocked no one has already picked up on. Okay, so so Theodofrid, you clock that the goblin is pretending to be deaf. He's just being a jackass. He can hear perfectly fine. He goes, "Ah, Theodofrid. Let me see here. Yeah, I have 4 tickets for you, courtesy of a benefactor. That's all he wrote. Well, here you go. Hands you 4 tickets. What was that? I don't know it. All they wrote down here was benefactor. Oh, my name's Ottoman. That's pretty. It's pretty. All right. So Vosh and Rex. Is there any cartoonish thing you wish to do before we enter the carnival? Anybody? You did not find a plug, unfortunately. It seems this place is even worse than California sober. It's regular sober. This is horrible. This is horrible. Like you can't even buy like you can't even get ground up angel dust here or snort human bones. Like what the fuck is this place? It's terrible. All right, so no, I'm joshing you. There's gonna be drugs. You're just gonna have to dig around. All right, so the syndicate enters into the carnival, and there's a certain sweetness to the air Everyone, you can see a kind of kaleidoscope of colors kind of filtering over a faint cloud cover, the shimmering distant light of a waning sun. You see all the mirth and merriment around you. Can someone give me an arcana or a nature check? Eh, you could roll with advantage. Oh, wow. Okay, that's half decent. All right, perfect. I think it's hilarious. So Marinum and Vosh, you both reach the same. Wow, that is insane. So Marinum and Vosh, you both reach the same to add his whiz. Oh yeah, make sure to add that to your feature. Make sure to add that to your feature if you haven't done that already. I think it's you have to pick that as one of your primal orders, right? Or did you pick the other ones? Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. I forgot you're not a druid anymore. Never mind. A holy pillar of light shines down upon Thudafred, dealing 100 radiant damage. Oh yeah, you picked the primal order magician thing. All right, so anyway, so Marinum and Vosh, you both reach a conclusion that you are within a manifest zone of the Feywild. It is a realm of emotion, and it is reactive. It is laid to keel for mirth and merriment, and you should be wise not to wrinkle the mood around here, lest the place see fit to actually forcibly eject you. Play along with the antics, otherwise the place might turn on you. Hey, that guy's harshing the vibe. Get him! You're I joke, but I'm not. I joke, but I not joke. It's actually one of the things in the module. Is if you harsh the vibe too much, you get beat up. Like it's pretty incredible. Yeah. So the map you're looking at, you're currently at the ticket booth. You can go wherever the hell you want. I statted every location with the fucking map. So just tell me where you want to go. Oh, so the big you can you can see from here that there's a large sign that says "Big Top Show in 4 hours." So don't go. There's nothing happens there for another 4 hours. No, you actually there's actually a little map. Wait, do you not see the map that you do you not see the map? Yeah, yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Rex. Fly up. Give me a perception. Yeah, fly up. Give me a perception check with advantage. Then give me a tool check with advantage, and then you'll skulk down and draw the little map. That's a pass. It's not that hard to look at stuff. Oh, it's so interesting that all these things have these large bright labels on them, actually visible from the air. That's so convenient. Like, oh God, the feasting orchard all the way to the northeast. You can hear and see the mirth and merriment from here. People pouring down flagons. You see a bunch of gnomes taking shots out of each other's belly buttons, and there's someone setting up a hookah pipe. Well, you've never done that? It's rad. Anyway, it's terrible that Dudovid reveals his anti-gnomish salute, his anti-gnomish sentiment. Yeah, you see them having a hell of a gas up there in the feasting orchard. Aw. I really hope that Avash is like some kind of reverse pescatarian where he refuses to eat fish or something. Like, oh, okay. All right. Okay. I like. Oh, wow. Bet. Oh my God, twinsies. All right. Let me open up the. Ugh, there's like three of them, but it's not gonna happen here in this market stall. I'll tell you that much, buddy. Hold on. I'm trying to find out if they added anything extra in this little book I bought. Okay, so everyone, roll me a d12 really quick for your random stuff to gawk at on the way over to the feasting hall. Huh. Okay. Hopefully everyone. Yeah, no, I think it's really funny though that it does say Gus Fring. Oh man. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, fine. Hold on a second. All right. Yeah, could you fix it for me, Jack, if you don't mind? Vosh, your roll, gentlemen. Just roll a d12. Oh wow, rad. All right, we're gonna start from the top. So a lot of you are making your way through the crowds. You see the Stiltwalkers, fire breathers. Um, you see a dwarf engaged in. He's using his skiing to make clothing, and everyone's gawking at this like it's noteworthy because it has nothing to do with metal. So Rex, you clock. You see a small child with green skin moving with abnormal speed, circling around a man in a trance. Before the man has a chance to recover, the smart, God damn it, you piece of shit, the small child runs off. You actually everyone roll a check here. Roll an Arcana or a Nature check to see if you clock that. Um, before he has a chance to, before he has a chance to recover, the small child runs off, disappearing into the crowd. Afterwards, the man continues on his way as if nothing ever happened. All right, so Vosh, Rex, your nature checks or your Arcana checks. Okay, so Dude Fred, Vosh, and Rex, you clock that is in fact a quickling. They're little nefarious fey speedsters that like to rob you. So you should probably hold on to your purses. All right, let's go up to Marinum. Marinum got a 3. Okay, this is hilarious. So Marin, everyone, you clock a thunderous boom, and the ground begins to shake, and a clown hits the ground with an explosion, and the entire area is then covered in a thick vanilla custard. The clown gets up, dusts himself off from the ground, and shakes off all the pudding. And you see him stick his finger in his mouth, put it up in the air, and go, "I knew the math was off. All right," and he heads back. Okay, so Thudiford, you got a 2. Okay. Okay, good idea. Go ahead, cast alarm on your wallet. Aha! And when you realize your wallet's already gone, nah, your wallet's fine. I'll steal it later. So, so through the thread, the, you could you could do your wallet. I don't give a shit. So a dragon, so through the thread, you see what? Bam! Everything's a door now. Does your mouth open? Bam! You're a door. Okay, so you see a dragonborn taking a mighty swig of the theory-looking cocktail, and he blows out red glowing bubbles that kind of float over the party, and then they explode with a pocket of steam and the sound of giddy laughter. And let's see here. And Vash, last but not least. So Vash, So Vosh, you clock a group of mischievous children clutching a rainbow wig as a bald lady chases them, shaking her fist, yelling at them in Infernal. All right, the lot of you make your way towards the feasting orchard, which for some mysterious reason does not have extra options here. Oh my God, there's a segment where you could get tattoos. Okay, that's pretty rad. I'll have to do that later. Okay, let's see here. All right, people are clapping and waving, and a couple of them actually chuck gold coins at you with such precision they slide perfectly into your pocket. Add 5 gold. Music and mirth radiate from this park. The heady scents of flowers, mead, and berry pie waft through the air. Stillwalkers pluck fruit from trees, musicians drum, pipe, and strum, and everywhere there is singing, dancing, and an inordinate amount of custard. Oh, I forgot there's a pie eating contest in here. Okay, so you see you see that there's a series of large cupcakes being put on a large tray, and you can see a sign that says "Cupcake Eating Contest in 20 minutes." What's the As a lot of you are discussing with one another, you hear this thud, thud, thud sound, and a lot of you turn around, and behind you is the largest tiefling you've ever seen. Probably like 6'10", a good 400 pounds of rippling muscle. Uh, he's got a chef's hat on. He's got a small apron on him that says "Banish the Cook." He has a little notepad and a pen in his hand, and he says, "All right, what do y'all want to eat?" Yeah, yeah, he's handsome. Yeah, right here. Yeah, sure. He slips you a menu. Actually, I think I have. I think I actually. Well, what was the bait? I think that. Carry on. All right, hold on. Let me. I could have sworn there was a fucking table here with the fucking foods and shit. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Mordecai wore that when he was making you all lunch, and you were all. Silas was horrified, but everyone else was fine with what he made. All right. It's got like berry pie, roasted skewers, roasted apples with like a glaze, a variety of fruits and sausages and meats and wines and stuff. Because I can't seem to fucking find this goddamn. All right, so you want the steak of tartare? We got that. All right, steak of tartare. All right, two steak of tartare. All right, anything else? Yeah, we got roasted apples and roasted pears with either a caramel or a chocolate sauce. All right. All right, anything else? What kind of eggs you want? We got ostrich, chicken. All right then. You want regular chicken or abyssal chicken? All right, you got it. All right. Anything else? All right. He reaches into his pockets and then immediately produces the items and just puts them on the table. And he goes, "That'll be 3 gold." He, uh, you give him the 3 gold, and then he extends out his hand and starts coughing, and you see that his apron now says, "Gratuities greatly appreciated." Okay, good, because that was gonna harsh the vibes. So you pass. All right, cool. He slips the coin, and he digs in his pocket and pulls out like a little mini bottle of brandy and says, "On the house. Thanks for being generous." And then he leaves. A small bottle of brandy, spiced brandy. It says on Darien special. Yeah. It's already halfway through the bottle. Daddy needs his medicine. You're not going to be able to. You hit him on the head, and you hear this like hollow ringing sound that lasts far longer than you thought it would actually would. All right, Thudafred and Marinum, can you both give me? Can everyone give me a Dex check? I mean, a perception check. All right. No, you have to. Okay, fine. uh, and Vash, you have been rolling like garbage. This is all the good rolls were last session. Now it's going to be the age of bad rolls. Yeah, the the bad juju flowed into you. Vash, perception check. Jesus. All right, so Rex and Vosh. Vosh, you clock a shimmering shadow sneaking up on Marinum, trying to purloin their wallet. And Rex, you notice a kind of slimy-looking little toad creature that the one, amusingly enough, the one that you clocked earlier, a quickling, who seems to be attempting to steal a wallet. What would you like to do? The toad creature, the quickling, is attempting to steal the wallet of Thudofrid. You do not. Except if maybe one of them like just pointed and said, "Hey, you, sneak thief." Okay, now you notice, Marinette. What would you like to do? Okay, with the shadow or the quickly. Oh, disadvantage on the attack on the quickly. You're probably still gonna. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, yeah, you got the quickling. They're wrapped up in their coils. They disappear in a puff of smoke. What do you want to do with the shadow? Yes, you do. All right, all right, go ahead. Okay, I think you actually miss. Let's see. Uh, you whip in the air and the shadow slinks away. Your wallets are safe. Oh, Thudofred, you examine your wallet and see it is open. It looks like your alarm spell was dispelled, tricky little bastards. All right. They didn't snag anything, a lot of you. You count all your coin. I imagine hunched over, going one, two, three. Okay, it's all here. Like, five, done. All right, you scared off the quickling in the shadow. They've slinked off to whatever corner of the dark denizens they live in. As a lot of you settle into your meal, a gnome plops down on the other end of the table, having manifested a bucket underneath her. She's covered in coiled tattoos of serpents that move on her skin with varying degrees of iridescence. Her hair is cut in a short buzz cut, and she's riddled with scars and pock marks, and she smells faintly of like ash and brimstone. She smells like a forest fire. Eyes to yourself, old man. How'd you like? How'd you like the gifts? The tickets? Kindly yours. Yes. I felt a certain compulsion by my master. Hmm, a person of another realm. I'm not obliged to speak about it. Contracts, you know. NDAs. Very ironclad. But needless to say, I was obliged to tender assistance. How are you enjoying the carnival? Glug, glug, glug. Oh, God, purtle lady. Oh, yeah, I forgot I made you your. Forgot you made yourself a horny old man. And the rest is, do you speak too? Uh, she adjusts her leather outfit, which seems she was poured into, and then begins to cut her nails with a knife. You know, just like digging it from one end to the other and filing them down. Goes, well, got any questions? I wouldn't go that far. I was just told to tender assistance when you arrived. You're supposed to hunt someone down. There's a portal of some kind here to another realm, and there, my master has a particular person of interest they wish to be rescued. Yes, they found themselves in a spot of hot water. She's now moved on to her feet. She's now cutting off her toenails with her feet. She pauses, cutting her toenails, and takes a deep breath and goes, I could only imagine Fae of some caliber. The stench of them is everywhere around here. I could only imagine probably hags in all likelihood. With all the threes and eights going on around here, that's my professional assessment. She proceeds to start. She is now. Hmm. I know that the mime lost his voice recently. That was rather unusual. Aside from. Hmm. Not that I can think of. A lot of the things that have been stolen recently seem to be metaphysical. Uh, Theo the Thread. She's on the up and up. And as you're inciting her, she stops. She has ceased to cut her toenails, and now she is shaving her scalp with the knife. Never. She looks at you, She looks at you and gives you a faint little wink, and then suddenly all of the toe clippings are just on your lap. Wait, wait, wait. Give me. As you look at it, it's clearly the toenails actually give the impression of a very crude sexual act. Yeah, it's happening in front of you. It's even worse. I don't think she does. And she may not even know she needs rescuing. You might have to engage in a little bit of the old jaw jaw. I don't know. I'm forbidden from entering the realm. All I can tell you is that if you find some semblance of conjuration around here, follow that thread. There's not much around here that goes to another place. The portal is a bit locked down. Well, the carnival is a bit locked down. The name's Toxie. No, Tixie, my mistake, Tixie, Talkworth. Thank you. My father gave it to me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go traipse around the carnival. If you need me, you'll know how to find. She disappears in a puff of smoke that sounds like really old, stale, dried meat. Now that's a woman. Like, no, basically, yeah. Yes. It's it's actually Benjamin. It's actually Benjamin Ezekiel Factour. All right. So the cupcake eating contest has now begun. You hear them ringing one of them dinner bells, going sweet, sweet. It's a cupcake contest. Y'all get over here and start snacking. Jesus. You were saying, Vosh? Yeah, it's you can eat a number of cupcakes equal to three plus your con mod, and every additional cupcake past that is a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. There is sadly no betting here. Gambling is frowned upon. Okay. Okay. So everything but con. That's hilarious. What? Oh no. The ability to binge eat? Oh. Yeah, because there's no ability checks that use con. Yeah. There's actually you can okay, let's not use okay, okay, cool. So you also see there's a sign that says no performance enhancement. All right, do all four of you want to go head to head to see who wins? Okay. All right, so Rex, you show up, and it's a gnome, an elf, a Goliath, and an ogre. All right, perfect. Actually, let's just have Vosh. Let's just have Vosh and Rex do it. Now, if that's the case, I will allow Marinum and Theodefrid to bet on who will win. Okay, you're betting on. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I. So how many maximum cupcakes can you two eat? It's gonna be 7 for Rex and 7 for Vosh. So you're actually tied right now at 7 cupcakes. The other ogre, all the other contestants have died from custard damage, which is actually how this works. You see, custard is flowing out of their mouths, and they're all catatonic on the ground in some kind of diabetic coma. Uh, you see someone attempting to, force feed them pig pancreas. They say, "I'm not losing another one." Like, all right. So give me the contracts. It's a DC 10, and whichever one of you. Yeah, it's a saving throw. No, it's you're not at war against the custard. Okay, so Rex and Vosh. Okay, round two. Go ahead. Give me the con saves. Just 10. Just you can't get lower than a 10. Okay, round three. Round three. What? Are you fucking Oh! Okay, Rex. Oh, you put me out! Ah! Okay, deal break. It's a tiebreaker. Tiebreaker. One more roll. One more roll. Tiebreaker. No. Flat. All right. No! Yeah, you could roll. You re-roll that one. Okay, you're tied. Tied again. Tied again. Round. Whatever. I have lost count. Go. Okay. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Everyone else is. Oh. Ah, you got me. Everyone else is apoplectic. People are hollering and screaming. They're going, go. Uh, so, Vash, you slide down the last cupcake, and unfortunately, part of it comes back up, and you slope over catatonic from custard damage. Custard begins to pour out of your mouth and your ears and your nose somehow also out of your belly button. Everyone's baffled. The medics attend you who are all centaurs. They take you away on a like a little. You turn into a. You see, so out of the shadows, emerges Toxie, and she goes, Tixie, and she goes, yes, yes, like, and she collects the money. Oh, Vash, Va- all right, Vash, when you turn into a behemoth, two of the patrons nudge each other and go, "Hey, I think that guy might be allergic to custard. He just swelled up." All right, perfect. All right, wait, Rex, roll me a d4. Perfect. Four potions of invisibility appear in front of you in a very tastefully ornamented bag. That is your prize. I'll add it to your sheet. Also some magic Pepto Bismol for you and Vosh, so you're all restored. So you no longer have to suffer with the horrifying nightmare of being full of custard. A potion of. All right, I will place them in your inventory, Big Papa. I'm glad we do the deep. I'm glad we do the deep magic here. All right, gang. Let's head back over to the main map. As you are leaving the feasting orchard, Apoplectic and Catatonic, Vosh and Rex are given a blessing from a pixie who takes pity on their gastronomic troubles, and now you are no longer rankled with pain. All right, where would we like to go now? Oh, sweet, two potions. How many are you giving him? Oh, okay, I'll put him back in his inventory. Okay. Oh, yes, hit the can, doesn't he? There's actually a large floating outhouse in the sky that says for our flight enabled patrons only. And there's like, yeah, don't stand under it. There's a small cordon directly underneath it. That says absolutely positively do not stand here. and then and there, there's a small parenthetical under that says even if you're into it, do not stand here. Actually, as you fly up there, you see several wizards rubbing their hand in the distance, going, yeah, finally some material components for free." All right, so you hit the can. Yeah, they are. Yeah, yeah. God. Oh, hey, so where do you goons want to go next? There is. It's like the lake area. It's Silver Song Lake. Well, that's a little reductive. Just because he swims, he wants to go to the lake. The end of the campaign, everyone's super empathetic and tolerant and understanding, and we've all grown as people. And oh, so we want to do the lake. This is actually all right. We're gonna go to the lake. This is actually this is actually the exact place you probably should have gone next. I'm actually kind of mad. It's the exact location that perfectly segued with the thing that happened last time. This is fucking crazy. All right, all right. Let's see here. Where the fuck did I put the thingamabobber for this segment? All right, we can see the lake, right? Let me just scroll down this silver song. All right. As you're doing that, you see a much larger dragonfly appears, and he's wearing a shirt that says "Staff Security." He goes, "Hey, you know this is a nursery. You take kindly to chasing kids around, huh? Huh? How'd you like it if I chased you around? Honestly, yeah, kind of." Like, you start, they start. Can you have a seat on this lily pad for me? All right, so Rex and the giant dragonfly security guard are with giddy laughter soaring above. The three of you, the three of you see mist gathers at the banks of a shimmering lake. Near its center, a mermaid lounges in a giant bowl, singing a glorious, haunting song that captivates spectators on the lakeshore. In response, lake water coalesces into magical sculptures that whirl around her as she performs. Basically, like water starts forming into the shape of people dancing like a variety of various jigs from across Corvair and what have you. And then the performance settles down, and everyone begins to clap. And everyone kind of mingles away. And then the mermaid, you see her brushing her hair and picking little sea ticks out of her scales. What would you like to do? Oh, Jesus. Okay. The mermaid swirls around in her chamber, and you see that she kind of lifts on the back end. Her hands are kind of delicately folded across her lap, and you see that she looks kind of impressed. She's like, "Huh, all right, perfect." And everyone precariously makes their way to the other side. Rex is still doing whatever he's doing up in the air with that guy. All right. She goes, "Hello, darling. How can I assist you?" She snaps her fingers. "Get on with it. I have performances to do, you know." Her her hand darts to her hair and she kind of twirls it ever so faintly between her fingers and goes, "Oh yes, thank you, darling. I've been working on that piece for quite some time. It's it causes quite the storm. But thank you. I love hearing it for the 37,322nd time. What brings you all to the carnival today?" "Oh, aside from that, perhaps you should go down over to the small stands and put up your comedy show since it's so good." Ah, okay. Ah. She goes, "Oh dear, well, unfortunately, I have to get somewhere." And you see her attempting to slowly move the bowl, the giant water bowl she's in, into the lake. And you can see she's trying to do it with desperation. Um, you then hear a sound come from the bank, and you see a robed figure standing amongst a crowd beginning to go, "Boo! Boo! Go back to your pond! Boo!" And she goes, "Oh dear, that meddlesome oaf is back again." Huh. She slips she slips out of the bowl into the lake and makes her way downstream of the river. And the heckler goes, "Good riddance!" And then they disappear into the fray. What do you like to do? Yeah, if you want. Yeah, go ahead. You do, Corey. Remember, I gave you all free telepathy. Oh, when you cast the Hunter's Mark, you are counterspelled. Yep. The the robe the robed figure turns into a trout and flops into the river and swims north. What would you like to do? No, she went south. You're gonna go north or south? Okay, so If you go north, that's where the mysterious figure went. If you go south, that is the mermaid. Which direction would you like to go? Okay. Anyone else want to also go south, or are we gonna do a Scooby Doo here? What do we want to do? Okay. Okay. Let me see. Fucking, I'm gonna fucking do this. All right, give me an attack roll. Let me just check to see what this asshole's fucking AC is. That of a toddler. Just do like yeah, do a proficiency plus your dex, I guess, or whatever, as like a claw attack. You swoop down and you snag the salmon. And as you're holding on to the salmon, I need you to make me a dex save. Yep. Okay. The fish begins to glow, and you are struck for 2d10 fire damage, and then the fish turns into a hawk and fucks off. Okay, so 10 fire damage. Actually, as soon as that happens, you see a bunch of hawks wearing shirts that say security chasing the hawk. Yeah, if you want, go ahead. What? Okay, soon. Let me see what this fucker's HP is. I think he might have just fucking straight. Yeah, you could summon it. Okay, yeah, you zap him. You zap him. It turns into this robed figure and it slams into the ground. And then the hawk cops swooped in on him and start picking the crap out of him. And then this big Goliath comes up and says, "All right, bub, that's it. You're out of here." And grabs him by the scruff of his neck and hauls him off. What are you gonna steal? Uh, well, to be as prejudicial as possible, she has a small purse that's shaped like a clamshell, and it is still inside the fishbowl. But remember, this is in the middle of the stage, and it's super fucking obvious if you were to steal. Well, congrats, you people almost killed one of the crucial NPCs instantly. All right, so uh, sh- he, he yells back, "That's the wrong key!" And then he gets thrown out of the car. So now we're gonna head down to go talk to the mermaid, correct? Okay, perfect. Now, I think if I remember, I made a map. This isn't Baldur's Gate 3. God, God damn it! Why does it still say Ghost Rider? Hey Jack, could you fucking fix that, my guy, if you don't mind? And it still says fucking Ghost Rider. Go fix that, please. All right, so you make your way down to the little area here. Let me see the next little segment here. Well, okay. So you make your way down, and you are now adjacent to the Hall of Illusions in a certain tract of the river. The mermaid is lounging on the side of the bank, slowly pouring water over herself with like a little tear streaming down her cheek. She says, "Oh, that horrible cretin! I can't believe anyone would have that kind of candor with a lady." Oh, good. I hope he stays gone. Meddlesome little oaf. He's been here for days. He just keeps sneaking back in here. He's been bothering us for ages. Absolutely. I'm glad you understand, sir. Finally, a gentleman. She lays like a wet, sticky hand on you. It's like a little curl of. I was like, oh, it's kind of strange you gasped there when I touched you, sir. I suppose you have a condition? Like, I don't see any hives. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't. I'm dejected. Oh, it's just been terrible. My my fiance lost his voice, and now this heckler keeps menacing me with his boisterous antics. How did you know? Yes, his name's Candlefoot. 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 It would be funny. It would be funny actually to call him Candor too. I'm stealing that one. That's great. Ah, yes. Ah, thank you. Ah, but I'll need more than that. Ah, but the real thing that would really lighten my mood is if you could figure out what happened to my fiance's voice. He tried to propose me last week when we were over in an Onder, no, not Onder, over in Karnath. I think it's the doing of this heckler. He keeps showing up at the most inopportune times, and then horrible things keep happening. Something needs to be done with this reprobate. Perhaps they should. Oh, he'll be back. That's not the first time someone shot him as a fish as a hawk carried him. I'm actually shocked it took so long for it to happen. Oh, you're telling me. Hmm. Well, please, sir. She puts a slimy hand in your hand. Could you please help my fiance and find his voice? I'd be much obliged. Oh, he's at the Hall of Illusions. Actually, he's right there. And actually, at like 50 feet away, there's a guy, and he's like Forrest Gump waving at her. Oh, thank you so much. I'll just languish here. She's surrounded by a bunch of fish, and they also start sobbing. Water. Actually, little air bubbles come out of the sides of it. Fire, fire. Yeah, just fire. Just bo- boiling black pitch streams out of their eyes. All right, so we want to go over the hall. Want to go over the Hall of Illusions? This is actually what he looks like. I fucking love. I love his little description. All right, let's see here. Yeah, you're sort of not wrong. All right, so let's go over here. This large tent is painted with a mural of shifting images that show grinning fairies diving into pools of color. The helical stripes of the tent's pointing canopies rotate in spirals, and the whole display seems designed to befuddle onlookers. A clown dressed in muted garb stands at the tent's entrance, blinking at you. He then Forrest Gump's way. He nods along. He nods along. He actually begins to give you a pantomime about this. Give me an insight check. Oh my god. in in tandem with your insightful abilities in his artistic poise, he perfectly describes about how he met her a few months ago here in the carnival, and whenever she sings, his color gets restored to him. So they fell in love. But then some meddlesome Kenku stole his voice, and now uh, he can't speak, and he wants to get back at that wrangly little bastard who's been running around here meddling incessantly with everything. He holds up seven fingers and then does a series of rapid rotation moments, which you intuit means months. So he's been fucking around here for about 7 months. He gives you this look like, boy, you're telling me. Give him a medicine check. This is a supernatural phenomenon. His voice was stolen via magic, and only magic can restore it. He pantomimes a tear rolling down his cheek. Yeah, Oh shit. There's a map for this, and I forgot to set it over. Yeah, that's fine. You go ahead and roll, and that is wheel. It is a good idea. I don't think that restores his voice. I think the only way to do it is you gotta bonk him or something. No, you gotta kill the Kenku to stall his voice. Oh god, I read too. Hold on, there's a shtick in here. So, all right, so so there's a large, there's a there is a Jesus Christ power word. Uh, all right, so anyway, back to the game. So there's a wooden mannequin of a grinning, raven-haired young woman in witch's attire and a green flowing cape, which hovers inside a glass cabinet. This is like adjacent to the Hall of Illusions. I accidentally went too far south and forgot this is here. At the top of the cabinet, a sign reads, Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter. You see a halfling couple holding hands as they approach the glass cabinet, and one of the halflings is wearing butterfly facepaint. As he drops to one knee and pulls a small box from his pocket, his sweetheart bursts into laughter and begins rolling on the ground. The halfling in face paint begins sobbing and darts into the Hall of Illusions. What do we like to do? No, the boy was proposing. The man was proposing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, so you're gonna go over there. Give me a wisdom save. Give me a wisdom save. No, you passed. You feel the urge to giggle, but you stamp that shit down. But not from magic. She recovers and goes. She recovers and goes. Oh my dear Reuben, it's this dreadful cabinet and its hideous laughter. That's what got me. All right, perfect. So you're gonna go into the Hall of Mirrors. You're gonna try to persuade her out of this marriage right here, right now, because you can. It'd be we. Give me a persuasion check. We talked about it. I already told him I loved glass cabinetry. And he was just doing what I wanted. The poor bastard. We gotta find him. You see, you see Candlefoot shaking his fist because the guy didn't pay to go inside the Hall of Mirrors. All right. So do we wish to go in there and investigate, or are we gonna what are we doing? What are we doing, game? Okay. No. Yeah, you kind of clocked that the hooded guy harassing her was the fuck the heckler was the Kenku, who you nearly balked. Yeah, he did. Uh, yeah. Actually, as you're looking around, you see a large Goliath informing a guy that not to stand underneath the hovering outhouse. Your friend. Yeah. He actually gave you a sending stone number and said, "I'll chase you anytime." But he did wink. he did he did wink after this, so you don't think that he has noble. These are not. You can give him whatever obnoxious name you want. I love it. Barch Schlimp. That that's such a. I love that. Such a stupid name. That's so good. Take an inspo. All right, we. All right. Okay, give me the investigation check to hunt down this boy. Yeah, survival or actually wants an investigation check. Doesn't matter because this is where you people are just gonna absolutely destroy it. Thudafred doesn't even know where he is. What's the what's the proof on this? 200. it it's like it causes the hairs in your nose to burst into flames. Okay, so Vosh and Marinim, you hunt down the Kenku. You have cornered the creature in the woods outside of the carnival. The creature is slumped over, injured, speaking to itself in a sweet timber. And where the fuck is the? Oh, here we go. Here's a roleplay thing. It's like you did it again, Kettlesteam. You did it again. Oh no. Greetings, travelers. I bid you welcome. Why are you here? It's like I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, sure, go ahead. This Kettlestein looks at you and just kind of chortles dismissively, but Marinum, you clock that the bird definitely knows something. I'm sure we could resolve this amicably, like ladies and gentlemen, and assorted others. Please, I don't understand the necessity for violence. Okay, so you're gonna wrap up the Kenku? Okay. Okay. What a strange way to greet a wayward traveler. What exactly is the meaning of this intrusion upon my privacy? Hmm. I have no idea what you are talking about. I am quite positive. The stench of 250 proof brandy on your breath wafts over the Kenku. Its nostrils flare and goes, ah! All right, all right. So you want to parlay? What would you like to know? It seems you got me by the wings here. All right, all right then. Well, unfortunately, I can't pony it up because I'm tied up. Yeah, that's fine. He digs into like a little pocket and produces a small doll made out of corn husk with a thorny stem tied around its neck. He tosses the doll on the ground and goes, just remove the thorny stem, and your friend will have his voice back again. Okay, so he put a corn husk doll on the ground and said, remove the stem from the doll, and your friend will have his voice again. His wheel. It's good. His wheel. You pull it out. Beep. The doll disintegrates into dust, and then Kettlestein goes, ah! All right. Well, is that it? Okay, you eat off. Uh, you bump into your boy, and he goes, "Oh my word! It seems my voice has returned. Thank you." No, that was his voice. Like, it actually just shucks. Thank you kindly. He taps each of you on the shoulder, and you have a D4 to add to anything you want. And he also gives you some beans and says, "Give these to your friends. They will give you a blessing. Thank you so much." Is there anything you would like to know? Hmm. Well, there certainly is a lot of strange lights and commotion going on inside the mirror, but I haven't heard anything else aside from that. Ah, yes, there's all kinds of magical effects in there. It's quite a doozy to see. You should have gone in. And tickets around the house. Hmm. I'm prep. So, are we going to reconvene? Are we going to kill Kettle Steam? What are we doing here? Oh, just his voice. And then you can interrogate his corpse with speak with dead. Jesus. All right, so you people reconvene at the Hall of Mirrors. All right. Yeah. So, are we going to kill the Kenku, or are we? What are we? We're going to beat him. We're going to beat him up. Are you going to let him go? Yeah, that's cool. All right, so you let him go, and he disappears into the wind. He'll be back with the cigarettes and milk eventually. All right. Level 20 Gestalt Kenku Warlock Sorcerer. He should have killed you when you had the chance. All right. So you end up back at the Hall of Illusions, and your boy's there, Candlefoot, and he goes, "Oh, greetings. Come right on in. There's no need for a charge." All right, give me an investigation check while you all are in here. Let's see if you can parse the mystery of the maze. Yep. Or or Arcana. Yeah, you can do survival. Oh, Vash. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Get the fuck out of here. No, you're fine. You've all. Well, actually, yeah. Go ahead. Insight. The maze isn't alive. So, fucking Shahi with his usual net fucking 20s. All right. So you parse through the maze. The lot of you meander through the maze. You eventually come across a singular plane, and in front of it is a discarded kind of butterfly face mask that you recall seeing the absconding fiance wearing, and it is plopped right in front of a mirror. There is potent conjuration magic emanating from this one panel in the Hall of Illusions. What do we like to do? Anyone want to maybe investigate it? Do Arcana on it? No, it was just a clock. You found it. This is conclusively the portal. But all right, nobody else wants Arcana. Arcana. Okay. Get the fuck out of here! So, Vash, how do you investigate with Arcana the mirror? Hmm. Okay. Okay. You conclude that so you conclude that this particular pane requires a passcode in order to turn it into a portal. You have to find out what the passphrase is. No, actually, you hear like the Windows error sound. Hey, actually, wait, because you let's see here. Since you did so well, I will tell you how many words are in the passphrase. There are 10 words in this passphrase. If you keep doing this, you will force me to summon some kind of fey creature from the mirrors that you all have to beat up or something. So don't. Looks like crap. So it seems there's a passphrase, and you have to hunt it down. Where do we like to hunt it down? Okay. Actually, with your nat 20s, it's not in here. It's not in here. There's no passphrases in this Hall of Illusions. With your nat 20s and everything, you can tell that the magic that suffuses the mirror is fey, but there's also a faint touch of the shadow felt to it. Yeah, there's with your nat 20s, there are no other clues in here. You've discovered what you need. You need a passcode to get to this mirror, and this mirror will lead you to the portal that you were told that you need to find. So, hmm she's right outside. She's actually still catapult. Oh, actually, you should go talk to her. Are you gonna go talk to the mermaid? Yes, my dear. Also, thank you. My fiance came over here and proposed. We're gonna get married. No, are you? Do you want to talk to the mermaid or do you want to talk to Tixie? The mermaid. It, okay, her name's Palasha. None of you ever asked, which is kind of funny. So anyway, you could, yeah. No, she is actually very vain. Yeah, she would have immediately pointed it out. So you see her out. There is a sign that says "The Great and Marvelous Palasha." So you, I know that's really good. Candlefoot is down on one knee and he's proposing to her, and she says yes, and he slips like a little polished coral ring on her finger. Then they start, smooching and stuff and holding hands, and then they part. Palasha sees you, the lot of you, and gestures for you all to come towards the river. Oh, oh, thank you so much. My fiance, his voice has returned, and he just proposed. Oh, I'm on top of the moon. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, and the big top is starting soon. Here, she produces 4 tickets. You do not know where they came from. And she hands them, she puts them firmly in your hand. She goes, I'll give you some of the executive seats. You're more than welcome. It'll be starting in about an hour. Do get there a little early and co-mingle. Maybe the owners will be there. Okay, she slips into the water. Now, do we wish to talk to Tix? Uh, you simply think that desire, and she is behind you. Goes, hello. How can I help you? I haven't caught wind. Unfortunately, no. But it's good to know where the portal is. If anyone here has the firm grip on what's going on, it's definitely going to be Mr. Witch and Mr. White, the owners. Yes. Yes, they're not very clever. Well, the big top is starting relatively soon. They usually come out in full fray for that. You might be able to speak to them there, but it'd be tough to get close. Very. Whoa. No, that's just for. Yeah, that's like asking a staff member as well. What's the code of the safe? Where it says uncertain. Any other ideas? Little tiny it explodes. Like a really tiny foot tall like nuclear explosion goes off. Okay, let me scroll up to the big top section. All right, let's see here. And let me put and let me. This segment has a lot of like really random nonsense going on. Let me just see here. There's a really funny segment with clowns. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, do we want to do another 30 minutes? Okay. All right. So how much longer can you do it? Okay. Well, well, this segment is basically can you people torture info out of these two guys within 15 minutes? So okay, works for me. All right, the big top starts to go off. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light come down and greet the two of you. You immediately clock that they are both Shatterkai, and despite their bright, colorful outfits, and they go, huh! Mr. Light kind of puffs up, and his outfit is so fucking dandy. I think Mags will cream. So hold on a second here. Okay, yeah. They go, huh. So Mr. Light comes over and says, "How do you do?" And it's like, "Oh, it's so clammy. Are you getting enough iron in your diet? I think you have a problem with your circulation." Ah, oh, it's a pleasure. I'm Mr. Light, the top one, and I'm Mr. Witch, the guy on the bottom, little top hat, what have you. Mr. Light kind of sits down and starts crunching on popcorn as a bunch of clowns put themselves in a cannon in a very excellent slapstick routine. and begin to launch themselves out of the cannon, which is where you saw the clown from earlier. So, I heard that you assisted Palasha with her now fiance and his little voice problem. We're much obliged. Thank you. Ah, we're greatly appreciative. Now tell me, is there anything that we could assist you with? They both raise their eyebrows quizzically. A password? Whatever do you mean? Give me a persuasion check. You got to put the squeeze on him a little. Let me guess, it was a fucking nat 20. Mr. Light kind of readjusts his outfit and goes, well, if I was, in what matter and why would you ever need to go in there? You can, you can roll an insight check. Ooh, that's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. You get the feeling that his intonation isn't necessarily one of like uh, opposition or anything. He seems to be kind of fishing if you're the person to which he should be granting access. Might want to butter him up. All right. Give me a persuasion check, and you can do it with advantage. Mr. Light and Mr. Witch look at each other and kind of give a faint nod. Very well. Shall oblige your request. Things have been going rather awry here for months, and we feel it is the work of that thing. But be wary. It is the Feywild beyond that gate. Be careful. Very careful. Everything you seek shall be beyond there. All right. Mr. Witch leans forward, and he opens his mouth, and out comes like a gold ribbon. And then written upon it is the riddle that will allow you access to the Feywild. Mr. Witch, Mr. Witch reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small flask and says, "And this should assist you." The flask counts as 3 superior potions of healing. And Mr. Light gives you like a small orb that allows like a 30-foot radiance of light to come out of it. And these for dark times. Okay. Do we wish to? Are you the orb? So, do you all continue to watch the festivities, or do we immediately beeline to the Hall of Illusions? There is there's a mock battle. Okay. Yeah, give me a stealth check. Give me a little stealth. Give me a sleight of hand or a stealth check. D worst choice. You can do it with advantage. Because I want you all to come back, and then I describe. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. You kick it under. It's not super hidden, but it's there. So maybe when you come back, I'll describe the smoldering remnants of the carnival and corpses everywhere from the stampede. It could happen. All right, you're in front of the Hall of Mirrors. Who wishes to recite the rhyme? Rex, you wish to take it away, Rex? It's a. I posted it in Tribulation, and it's right down there at the bottom. Yeah, perfect. As you finish the rhyme, the mirror warbles, and like a bubble, the glass extends outward, enveloping you all. You feel yourselves being wrapped in the glass as it encases you. You cannot move. You blink, you open your eyes, and you're in the Feywild, in the domain of Prismere. I'll fire up the map. You see ahead of you a large kind of marsh. You see an enormous fairy tale castle in the distance, and a large, desolated, desolate road. You see mountains flanking the east, and you see mountains flanking the west, and you see nothing but a layer of shrouded fog encircling the vast land from your roost. And that is where we will end for today.